We back at it with the best podcast of the DMV, changing the narratives. I'm World War Polo.
I'm cool as I want to be.
And on this show, I'm Bull.
And I'm bringing the shit.
And we living up to our name. Oh yeah, if anybody need public records, my name is Malik Alim. All right? Public records. Because we're going to be talking about all kind of stuff all the time. So listen, he got a dope topic for us today.
Today, I think we should talk about how much should you have to adjust once you get into a relationship, and what should you do when you're in a relationship, and things you shouldn't do in a relationship, as far as your dress code, as far as your friends, female friends, male friends, as far as being friends with the other sex. What are some things that you think that you should have to adjust once you get in a relationship, or should you have to adjust once you get in a relationship?
I think that it's a thing that women feel. I don't think they actually understand that what you do to catch a dude ain't the same way you keep them.
Absolutely.
Right? So like I hear women sometimes say like, well, this how I dressed when you met me. You feel what I'm saying? If I could wear this, you feel me? Why I gotta change, and why you trying to put me in clothes, and why, you know what I'm saying? Just hearing them say why you gotta be putting clothes on kind of like is weird all in itself, because that's what it's for, right? Mm-hmm. But more important, I think that when women wear alluring things, it's to allure a man.
Right.
And once you got them, you don't need to keep trying to allure.
You got them already.
You feel what I'm saying? Or you got the person who you want, right?
Right.
So like for a dude to say, put this clothes on or put that clothes on, or you ain't got enough clothes on, if you even respected the man enough, you wouldn't want to take him through anything extra more than what he actually, have to go through in life. Because like, man, we be getting beat down. Real talk. And a lot of us got pride issues. So imagine you walking, you don't even care. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah, you don't even care. All right, that's what she with, right? I'm not tripping. I'm a man. I'm not tripping off what women do.
Right.
Come on, babe girl, let's go to the mall. Me personally, I'm not the fastest walking dude. So you might happen to be walking in front of me, mm-hmm. which might not, you might be walking faster than me. But in the process of you walking faster than me, if I was beside you, I wouldn't see things the way I see it. From walking behind you, I'm looking at this dude stern, and this dude stern, and this dude stern. Hey, short ace. And now, I'm like...
my ego get involved.
Right? So are you protecting me at that point?
No. And I've seen a lot of situations where people will get themselves into trouble because you with a very attractive girl. And the root word is, and attractive is to attract. Mm. So you're going to attract a lot of unnecessary attention. Now, some dudes, I remember I was with a guy one day, right? And he was with he had a girl with him. She was right. You know what I'm saying? But it seemed like he had to defend this girl the whole night.
Right.
From hyenas.
Right.
You get what I'm
right.
saying? And we all want to say we tough, we thorough, but how many altercations before you get into your last altercation?
And the thing is, right, a woman would sit there and say, it's these dudes just watching me. What, at the end of the day, right, how are they watching you is more important than that they watching you. See, they watching you, and the first thing as men, because we get in our little social circles, and we act a little different in our social circles than when women are invited in our social circles. You can agree?
Absolutely.
So, like, when we at a party, and we see a dude, and he got a nice-looking woman, and she, dressed dressed kind of seductive. I'm going to say that for lack of words. She dressed seductive, and he babysitting her. We clowning him all night long. And you know what? As a man, Every time he glancing around, he know we clowning him. But as the woman, she looking like,
oh, I'm bad.
You feel what I'm saying? Nah, you bad from the definition of what that word really mean. Not from like the slang. Like you bad for his health. You bad. The negative. Like at some point, I think that older women have to stop schooling the young women. But then some of them don't even be on point.
I honestly feel like right now we at a point where the loudest voice isn't the right voice.
Facts.
So it's to the point where like you got good women out there, but they're just not they just not going to talk as loud as the ones who are not as good for us. They're more reserved. These are the things we want. You get what I'm saying? So they're not going to be out front screaming with the ones that's I do what I want. That's not their personality.
Right.
So what we got to realize is the ones that's going totally against what we want, we got to leave them alone because it really starts with us.
It definitely
because they're doing what they think it is we like.
Facts.
If they were doing these things and they got no attention from it and niggas was shunning them and niggas was like, I ain't fucking with that.
Right.
Hell nah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But niggas is falling head over heels for these broads to the point where they think this is the way. Why? Because I could take your nigga. You get what I'm saying? And that's the mentality.
I know when I was young, right? Just the world is changing. When I was young, there was a law that was a real law. And it was called indecent disposure.
Indecent exposure.
And you could go to jail for that. And what that law was, if you had a fishnet outfit on, right now with your
titties and ass out, you going to jail.
You're going to jail.
You're going to jail.
Right? So not only do I feel somewhat that women have lost their way, and
yeah, you're right. There's no such thing as indecent exposure.
The law in the land is also guiding our women to be against, because at the end of the day, it's our women who is like kind of like at war with us. No disrespect. As a black man, sometimes it feels like that the black woman is the new slave owner. She's the new slave owner. Like, dudes,
I wouldn't give her the slave owner. I would give her the.
I'm not gonna say slave owner. I'm gonna say the one that's using
power.
The whip.
She's the foreman.
She the foreman.
Yeah.
She definitely the not the slave owner, because she don't own nothing.
She ain't gonna give him that much.
She ain't even trying to invest.
But she's definitely now your probation officer, your manager,
I'm telling you.
And it's a good. It could be a good thing if we all work together. And they still seeing you as
black women.
Well, we don't want to say black women.
No, because I'm going to touch the different genres so that we can, because at a certain point, we have to be clear, right? I don't deal with white women. So I only can talk about one certain kind of woman. So at the end of the day, they say, you want deal with black women. That okay, so when I'm talking to, I don't want different genres to think that, as far as this conversation go, right? If a black dude don't got no money, he ain't worth nothing. Prime example, right?
But that's just not to the women either.
Listen.
That's to the men too.
No. One point at a time, right? So like, if a dude is a real good dude and he taking care of the house, paying the bills, if he paying the insurance, the car note, he's taking care of the kids, he's providing the financial what's needed for the house, right? And he happens to, dip out and maybe has it is what it is. He go out and he has sex with another woman, right?
Right.
He becomes the worst person on earth, right?
Right. But I think
or
he becomes that because he's a liar. Now I think if he stood on his balls and he say, listen, woman, this is what's gonna happen, either you're gonna accept it or you not, you gotta give people a chance. You gotta give people a chance to deal with whatever it is you are.
I get that and I respect that. I don't really have a big argument for that, right? I don't really have a big argument for that.
But if you're gonna lie and sneak, no one who wants to be with a liar, who wants to be with someone who's gonna deceive you. That's like you thinking your woman is a wholesome woman this whole time and she's a whore. It's the exact same thing because she's in a relationship thinking, oh, my husband wouldn't do that because you're telling her that. And then once you go out, it's like, damn, I didn't even know you. I don't know who you are. Who am I in a relationship with?
He trying to get all the females fan base. I see that.
It's just the truth of the matter.
I'm with him on this.
It's just the truth of the
I
matter.
get it because because
the way I see it though is because it's niggas out, it's pimps out here, bro. Yeah. It's pimps out here who got 7 hoes. It's got 7 hoes looking at the ground. So you can have what you want. You just gotta have the balls to ask for what you want.
And listen, look, I'm chopping out on that one because he did that. Because like for real, we can't as men not ask for what we want and stand on what we want and expect to get things that men supposed to have. But I will say this though.
Go ahead.
Now go ahead.
Because there are other nations where men have 4 wives, and those men are letting the women know up front, you're not going to be my only wife. I'm going to take another wife. And those things, and they work in harmony.
And it's not the easiest thing, even when
it's not.
A man is open to having more than one wife. It's a little more acceptable in the mind. So I'm gonna go ahead and agree with you on that. But switching the subject just a tad bit, the same thing though, right? Women look at men, right? A lot of our women look at us and base the level of respect they're gonna give us based on how much financial we can help them. Now, a dude could be out here busting his butt, but he still ain't making the ends meet. But he's doing everything above and beyond to be a man and protecting and providing and maintaining for that woman, right? And the woman, a lot of times she plays with sex. She does all kind of different things as a weapon against them. And sometimes it's just not us as men. We try everything we can, but it's just not enough, right? And I see other groups of women with their men, like for example, Latino women, right? Them dudes get up and they go to Home Depot and they stand out there with their lunch bags with an apple and a sandwich
made by their wife,
with a dessert, with a little box juice. Y'all making me feel jealous a little bit, right? You feel me? And these dudes might come in the house with $40. Right? And she might go out and clean 10 houses and come back with 200, right? And still cook dinner, still let him be the man, still allow him to make the decisions in their house. Like I think we as our culture is being attacked from all angles. You know what I'm saying? And morality has left the building.
Yeah, I think we've been abused as men so long that some men, they have a hard time standing on their own too, to the point where it's like, because I had the same girlfriend when I was terribly broke, and then I was doing okay for myself. But I carried myself in the same manner when I was terribly broke, and the same manner when I was doing well for myself.
And what's that?
You can leave.
I'm just saying, right?
When I'm broke, no, because it's like when men will get into positions to where they're financially not right, or whatever, and then they'll let women do these things. But if you stand on your two, like, you can leave.
Oh, man.
To the point, like, I don't care if I got money or if I don't got money. I'm going to be okay with or without you. And then I feel like once they see that you have that reserve in you, they'll respect you. Because respect is earned and it's not given. So it's to me, it's to the point where it's like, sometimes niggas, you broke, I'm broke. We both can be broke, but I can still hold my head up high. And some niggas can't hold their head up high, and then a woman will lose respect because you have no resolve. So it's not the fact that you don't have any money, it's the fact that you're a coward, you're a sucker, you're a punk. When times get rough, you hold your head down. You don't hold your head up and say, I know where I'm going, I know what I'm going to be. That's what I told my bro, like, man, listen, I know I'm fucked up, but bitch, excuse me, you can go or you can stay, but I'm going to be okay. And I feel like when I was in that situation, she respected me as a man, and not according to what I had.
I think that men, we have to, especially men that had money at one point, period of time or another, right? Because once we lose our money, sometimes some of our dignity and all the other, bro.
Exactly.
Hey.
I'm going to touch you when you saying something real.
Oh, yeah,
I'm going to touch you saying something real.
Facts, though.
You saying something real.
Because listen, right? when a man loses money, right? This don't necessarily happen to me anymore. I would say that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is why I could touch bases on this. Like when you lose your money because you gave money a platform in your life that you made that you think that this is why people love and respect you.
Right.
Like, but which is not necessarily the truth, but in your head, you feel like because I got money, I got respect, or the people love me, or my girl treat me good, or this and that and the other. So the moment when you lose your money, or because money is a come and go type thing, right?
Fluctuate.
It's like the stock market. You feel me? It comes and it goes. It's an up and down thing, right? So when it's on its down, because of the way that you as a man feel about having money, you'll take them anger issues and that way of thinking,
a whole different person.
And because you become a different person, you outwardly show this to your women and kids, right? When you come home, you mad, you arguing,
angry,
and everything that she says is, if she say, "Can you buy me a water?"
Oh my God,
you like. Because you don't have it, you think, oh, this and that, and then it's, you know what I mean? A lot of times.
It's internal sometimes.
Man, a lot of women, even if we got a little money, they know we broke.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying that not because you don't have no money, even the dudes that got a couple of dollars, if you is investing, you selling houses, you doing whatever you doing.
Got dudes with money who still get carried. Worse than a nigga who ain't got nothing.
Because,
I just feel like it's who you are as a man and what you gonna go for.
I think that men, we have to learn how to be men. Right? We have to learn how to be men, and we have to stand for something. Because see, women only respect
dominance.
And to dominate, it can't be in a negative atmosphere. It has to be upon correctness. Mm-hmm. Like, you have to be on morals. Your conduct has to be high. Your word has to be bond. And then whatever your action has to back up or dictate that the words that's coming out your mouth is true based on your action. Like, a woman not really tripped off you talking about you a gangster, you thugging out in the street. That's cool for conversation.
She want to know when it happened?
She want a dude that's going to say that I'm going to take this money and I'm going to pay this bill and I'm going to do all this constructive stuff for us and I'm going to stand on it. And the more that you do that, the more respect she'll have. Not because it's like she into your money or whatever, because she know that something that is important to you, like, is like you can't, she knows that money is important to you. And so how you spend and use your money dictates and determines a lot about, how your thinking is and how you move. Like, you can't be a dude that's out here saying, I hate my job, but then you go spend money on strippers, but then you say you don't like strippers. Like, nah, bro, you love them. Because the thing that you hate doing the most that give you a little benefit, you took the benefit and spent it on something, but you hate this. You hate this place. This somewhere you truly despise, right? Mm-hmm. And then whatever juice you squeeze from that little fruit, you went and gave it to, you feel what I'm saying? So women watch our actions. I think that's what women watch our actions more than the stuff that come out our mouth. And they only pay attention to the things that come out your mouth if your actions been
if they line up, if they align.
Facts. Big facts. I want to know, right, is it cool for a woman to be in a relationship with a man and be like half dressed in the relationship? It's like, is that, you know what I mean? I don't think, because it's like, we have dudes that so much love their woman that, and I think they love their woman so much that they just don't want to correct them or they don't want to argue.
They're scared to start an argument.
Because like the argument just don't never stop.
It's not that it don't stop. I feel like in this, like, women are more educated than men in black people. Fact. As far as, like you said, black people. I can't, speak for everybody else. But black women are more educated than a lot of black men. right now in this time period. So when it comes to arguing,
They gonna do
they
circles
can,
around you.
They gonna run circles
but
around
that don't
them.
mean they correct.
That don't mean they correct.
Facts.
That mean they can. That mean
they more witty.
Yeah, they're witty and they're better with their words.
Facts.
But when you got the man who could sit back and you could pinpoint everything that's wrong with it, and you back them into them corners, you had them conversations, and you can stand with them mentally, and you can bring them into seeing the world how you see the world. You know what I'm saying?
See, because less is few. A woman can do all that, and you know what I'm saying? If you chase her around that, you're going to lose. But as a man, you could sit back and just let her finish her, I'm going to say for the sake of conversation, her rant, and you could just clearly say this, fellas, if you wear that,
it's over.
And whatever you say, you have to stand on it. Do not make idle threats. Do not say
that's
this relationship over. Facts.
He always say that shit. I'm going out.
You can't say, "Oh, I'm going to leave you," and you know you don't want to leave. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta say what you gonna do.
I know my biggest thing. I always say, I'm only gonna be where I'm king.
Facts. Listen,
and I'm not gonna be nowhere I ain't the king.
Facts.
Especially when it comes to a relationship. You know what I'm saying?
I got another thing. Like when for an example, I'm not this person, so it's definitely somebody this is an opinionated question. I can't speak on facts on this, right? Mm-hmm. If you rich,
right?
Is you rich? Say you multi-millionaire rich, not just humbly 100,000, you know, because that's pretty dope too, right?
Right.
That's definitely hood rich. I'm talking about rich though, right? When you have a woman, is it looked at? Do she honestly believe that you're not gonna be with like no other woman? Period. Because I
believe what you tell her.
I get it, but listen, I get what you're saying. Like to be upfront and honest and all that, but
ain't no but.
Nah, I get it. I get what you're saying, right? Right. But listen, right? Sometimes men don't want to hurt women. It don't always be from the aspect of.
You want to know what I think it is?
It be they. I know, no. But go ahead and say it. I think I know where you're gonna go.
A lot of men, we want things we can't have, and we'll do anything to get something we can't hold on to the way we want it.
Go give me detail.
Detail is like this. There is a woman that will allow you to have sex with another woman, but you don't like that woman. You like the woman that you got to change for. You like the woman that's going to say, you like her so much that you're going to change the things about you that you want out of life, which you're not going to change. You're going to lie. Most niggas going to lie. They're not going to change these things, but they'll tell this woman, because she's so bad, she's so pretty, and I got to have her, I'm going to jump into her mode. Instead of you staying like a man in your own too, she going to have to come to me.
I definitely agree that no matter what you on, as a man, you can't really keep throwing that man card out there unless you're standing on it. Meaning, however you feel, you gotta keep it real.
That's the way I say it.
Like, I get it. Like, you might don't run to your wife or your girl or whatever, however the title is for the relationship that y'all got. You might don't run to her with every little nook and cranny. But I could tell you this, right? There's no way that if you know I might, me personally, I don't do nothing, right? I don't do nothing, right? But if I was, which I wouldn't, right? Because I definitely wouldn't, right? I wouldn't lie and say no, I didn't do something if I did, because it's like as a man I did it. See, because like you questioning me only lets me know two things: that you still with me because you know the truth, and if you wanted to leave, you'd have been gone. It wouldn't have been no words. And the other thing is like you sitting here trying to size me up to see as I'm weak. Like you're gonna question me, and you know I'm lying. That shows that you have an authority over me because I'm willing to lower everything about me for your personal happiness. That's like a thing because I feel
like once you start lying to anyone, you're giving them authority over you.
Facts.
Because I lied to the police and I lied to the judge.
Facts.
Because they got
and
punished.
And your mother.
Yeah, God rest her soul. You know what I'm saying? But
from a lot we come from to a lot we turn.
Right. But once you start lying to a person, you give them authority over you. You know what I'm saying? Because you feel like
should a man, I apologize because this is dope. Should a man have complete authority over a woman in a relationship, or should it be balance of some sort?
Complete authority? No, because she's not a dog. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have complete authority over no one. I feel like you should have a complete understanding.
I feel like maybe I didn't word it correct.
Yeah, no.
When I say
at the end of the
word
day,
complete, take that out.
Yeah, because
so the man have authority over a woman.
I don't have authority over you. I have authority in this relationship. And as long as
in the relationship,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So listen. You're free to do what you want, but I'm in charge of this relationship. And once you violate the terms of this relationship, I'll determine whether this relationship is going to go on or not. But I don't have any authority over you. But if I say you're not going somewhere, and you say, well, I'm going anyways, this shit over. It's that simple. You can do what the fuck you want to do. But
we trying to stay monetized, y'all.
Oh, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? But you can do what you want to do. But like you said, you got to stand on what you say. And they got to believe that what you say, you're going to stand on.
So, like, for the smallest little thing, you'll just leave the relationship.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not going to be nowhere I ain't king.
So, like, what level of
Like, I'm not going to say I'll leave the relationship for the smallest thing.
Yeah, because
that's irresponsible.
Like, that ain't man time either.
Yeah, that's irresponsible. I'm not going to say I'm going to leave for the smallest thing. But what a motherfucker got to know is I will leave.
And we try and stay monetized.
Oh, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? What a person got to know is I will leave.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
I believe.
And I feel like once you, the woman should like the man more than the man likes the woman.
I truly believe that.
Because if you like her more than she like you,
you're done.
You're done.
Like, I'm not going to lie.
But see, my thing is, excuse me. Go ahead. I ain't never seen a woman I like more than myself. To the point where I would just turn into a clown or a simp for her. I ain't never seen a broad that.
All right, so in my earlier life, right, I don't know about clown or simp, but I was raised by my grandmother. I got like all females in my family, and
you tender.
I'm definitely not tender, but my compassion towards women is different.
I think, yeah, absolutely. I think most men are, and that's why, like, we're in a situation. Not cutting you off, but I think most men are compassionate towards women, and that's where we get a lot of these simps from.
Facts. Because sometimes you can't change. Sometimes women can't determine the difference from a man being compassionate from a man being weak.
Right.
Like, and it's not until, like, it's like, I'll give you a check because I know, like, my understanding of how life works is like, that women, more or less, in a relationship, I feel like a woman needs discipline. And I'm not talking about popping on the hand, and I'm not a physical person. Y'all can check my record.
You got the name.
You feel me? I'm not a put my hands on a type woman. But discipline from the aspect of, if you're gonna be with me, this is how I move, and if you don't move how I move, then you're going against me. So you got to be kind of firm. And how, like, I believe that one of the main reasons that women are a lot free in their expression and carefree towards men is the whole upbringing. Like, if you see a little boy, like, say 2 years old, and he running past the room, he making noise, and he about to knock the TV over or something, you'll grab him, be like, little boy, you know what I'm saying? You better sit down. And as he get older, the consequence gets a little bit more rougher, right? Mm-hmm. All right, cool. You take that same scenario, the same exact scenario, and you put a little girl, and she run across the room, you be like, oh, you feel what I'm saying? So it's like, from little on up, men and women was never treated equal. Like, everything, and I agree, we not supposed to be, but I think some women don't understand that there's nothing that you can do at 20 and 30 that can all of a sudden make things equal when everything that I do comes with a consequence.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's a good consequence or a bad consequence, it comes with a consequence. A woman, more or less, it doesn't necessarily come with a consequence that's not befitting to her happiness. Like period. Like a woman can do a lot more. Like it's the double standard. It'd be a lot of double standard things that I feel like in relationships.
I
And
don't believe in a double standard.
what?
No, because the only way it could be a double standard is if the two entities are the same thing. There's a standard for women and there's a standard for men. It's just like there's a standard.
The word double standard is like I agree.
And
But the word
just like
double
there's a different
standard,
standard for a key than it is a lock.
all right, but see what makes it a double standard is there is a standard for women and there is a standard for men.
And it's not the same, so it can't be stubborn. It can't be double.
But when you compare the two, right? See, as long as you keep them separate, then yeah, they can't be compared. But when you have women doing jobs that men do, and men doing when you start crossing the feminine masculine thing, then that's when the standards become double because it's certain things that men aren't to me supposed to do, and more or less, and it's certain things that women is not supposed to do. Like for example, it's like when the police come up and they say, "Man, sit down or spun right." You tend to make a joke, and not saying you, but a male will tend to make a joke, and you too cute to be acting like this. Like even though you supposed to have authority, I'm allowing you to do your job. Whereas though if it was that same thing was with a dude, you'll kind of be more. So I believe that.
I think that we have become so civilized in society to the point where women have felt now that the grass has been cleared and the land has been cleared out and it's not so dangerous. We live in a society where women feel like they are equal to men because in a sense they are because they can do the same jobs that you do. It's not physically they are not your equal, but in this society, there's no job that you can have that she can't have. So in this society, it makes us equals.
That we're not equal. It's certain jobs because like
inside of the society,
even inside the society, the pay ain't the same.
It's not.
So it can't be equal. The job only thing that's the same is the title. The whole consequence all the way around from good or bad, from the pay to the hours to
I see what you're saying.
It's so like the leniency is
what I'm saying is all right. So a female lawyer may not get paid as much as a male lawyer, but if she's a female lawyer and you're a janitor, she's above you.
What you mean?
In this society, you get what I'm saying? What I'm saying, she may not be equal to her. She won't be equal to her peers. You get what I'm saying? But if they're doing the same job, you get what I'm saying? But the fact that she can be...
I don't think that women and men are supposed to be compared at all. I don't think that women are... I think that we are human and things of that nature, but I don't believe that certain... like, I don't believe that we should be compared. You know what I'm saying? In certain things.
You shouldn't compare a man to a woman. It's different.
I don't know. I would like to know what is something that women do that they're just great at. Hands down, let's give them some credit. Or something that they do. Something that they do that is just wow. Thank you.
Nurturing.
And okay, I get what you're trying to say.
No, nurturing.
Women are not nurturing.
Women aren't nurturing.
They're supposed to be nurturing.
If that's the case, well, how come everyone I know, most people live with their mother?
Outside of your mother, right?
Or their grandmother.
Outside of
or their auntie.
And you just know, and see, I was about to say, outside of a female in your family, right?
Right, they females.
outside of a female in your family, women are not nurtured. Like women,
I feel like once a woman likes you, she'll become nurturing.
I feel like women don't know how to nurture anymore.
I don't. I don't think it's.
I think that the women are so caught up in competing with men that they just left their whole title or their whole role of what they do, and just left the building.
I honestly think the dating scale is off to the point where men want women they can't have, and women want men they can't have. So it's like to the point where if men would, there's a woman who would clean your dirty drawers, but it's not going to be that very pretty girl that you want so bad.
Nah, it could definitely be that. If it's, you know what?
She's not going to treat you like that. She's going to treat that very rich nigga like that.
Nah, see, I get it. All right, so now I'm gonna get on. I think that
you got to find who's good for you.
I think that we be shopping for tennis shoes at the grocery store. If you know what I'm trying to say.
You lost me.
All right, cool. What I'm saying is we'll go and try to find women that are not really capable of what we're looking for and then try to make her be with, like you'll try to, for example, a man will bun up with a stripper, but want somebody that's in the house cooking and cleaning every day. I think that the way, I don't think that
you can get it. There's a man that can get that stripper to act right. Sometimes it just ain't you.
It's always gonna not be me.
Not you.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
First of all, I don't do nothing.
No, I'm talking about it. I'm talking about in general. Sometimes you just gotta realize you're not the man who's gonna make that hoe come home.
Is it cool to have a stripper for a girlfriend?
If you can deal with it.
I'm saying, like, for you, would that be cool?
No.
Is she like the most popular getting money, but she not
I can have a stripper as a girlfriend, I can have a prostitute as a girlfriend. I could have both of them as a girlfriend. I honestly could.
We're gonna leave the stripper out of the conversation. We're gonna go straight to the prostitution. Cause I
couldn't have a prostitute for a girlfriend, I could have a hoe. Just get me money. Cause then that would be confusing to things.
She's getting you money?
Yeah.
So she's a prostitute.
You're right, but then she wouldn't be my girlfriend. She would be my hoe.
No, but the thesis of
But what I'm saying is I could be with her, though.
What you mean, like, you could love her?
Yeah, I can love her. I can love anyone. It's going to be honest.
Could you be in love with her?
Yes, I could.
You could be in love with some...
who's fucking another man? Yeah, as long as she being honest with me.
Man, this is why y'all need to stay tuned into us. Because he the realest.
Nah, it's
You know why I say he the realest? I'm not saying in a jokingly way. It's a lot of dudes out here that they actions saying what he's just saying, but out their mouth they'll say they wouldn't do it.
No, I could though. I really could. Because to me, everything to me is about honesty. To the point where it's like, I'd rather be with an honest prostitute than a lying hoe.
Hey, I was listening to somebody today on the internet on one of the podcasts, and he was like, would you rather be with
I seen it. Go ahead.
Now, if you help me with it.
He said, I know what you're talking about.
Say like a girl that's out here cheating on you, but she's loyal to you, making sure that you super straight. Or would you rather have somebody out here that like she's, what's them joints like they be nagging you?
Nagging. So yeah, would you rather be with a nagging prostitute or a loyal hoe? I think that's what it was.
I think he called all women hoes.
Yeah, but to me, I'm gonna just go with the honesty and all.
Cause at least you know what you getting.
Yeah, you gonna go fuck niggas. At least we get money. Then when we'll break up, you fuck the nigga for free.
Oh, so you like a real pimp?
No, it's just you lied to me, and it was you lying. Now you're a liar.
I get it, man.
You know what I'm saying? You fuck that nigga for free. Now you out there fucking because you want to fuck. Now this ain't a business thing.
So so you don't really be like in love in a relationship.
I'm in love.
So you would be in love and allow, because like I do agree that women they more like clingy and like.
I know I done had so much sex in my life. I know I'm not a bad person. And just because I'm promiscuous don't make me a bad person.
What makes a woman a bad person in a relationship then?
A liar. Someone who says that they're one way and they act totally another way when they're not around you. That's the worst person you can be.
Everybody, everybody tells the fib.
Yeah, we all gonna tell fibs, but are you gonna lie about who you are? So if you sitting in my face, nah, I never do that. And then when you get to work, you sucking dick. Like, nah, I'm not. No.
So you could love a woman. You could be in love with a woman knowing that she just got finished giving her dude some head, as long as she told you the truth.
Yeah, I could. I could. She wanna fuck. That's what she wanna do. That don't make her a bad person because she wanna fuck. Cause I like fucking. I love to fuck.
At some point, good content and telling the truth has to come together. And well, one thing about it, no one heard me say he's a liar because I really know him to be a different dude.
That's the truth.
Like
I mean,
the new generation of males is different. And I'm caught in between the two generations. What I can't honestly say is that man, we have these little groups now that we can sit around and talk and build with, and women man had them for a long time. Oh, this is a dope one. I heard somebody say today. They asked a question: are men more emotional attached to other men than they are with women, and why?
it's like niggas got this bros over hoes thing to the point where like I said the last podcast, a guy's brother, a guy's friend would know exactly who he is as a person. You know, good and bad. He'll know all about him. But then when he gets to his woman, and I guess it's supposed to be this way. You want your woman to see the best in you. You know what I'm saying? And I guess you care more about her opinion than you do these niggas. So then I guess it's right.
So how do you feel about a man? Do a man supposed to open up and tell his woman his problems is what's going on with him, or should he keep it to himself and just, holler at his mans in them? Because I grew up in a time where a man we was like we was hard and we was rough, but I got your back and you got my back.
I honestly feel like you should have one person that you talk to.
What's your name?
You should have like as a man, like your homeboy. You shouldn't be talking to everybody about your problems.
No. What I'm saying,
you shouldn't confide in your woman.
You shouldn't.
No,
I don't think so either. I don't think that. I think that women,
unless she can solve the problem.
Like,
but if she can't solve the problem that you're having problems with, what's the point?
I don't think that.
Like if I'm going outside into work, you know what I'm saying, and if I got a trucking business, let's say she's very good with logistics, then that is a problem I should take to her.
No, but I'm talking about emotional stuff.
Oh, emotional,
when you're hurt, feel good, hurt, kind of questions.
Absolutely, I feel like a man should be able to. You should be man enough to say how you feel.
I think that a lot of times women use.
You shouldn't tell them when you're scared. No leader should tell nobody when they scared.
I think that it's supposed to be like the dudes that I be with that we rocking and growing up, we're rock and roll. Like we gonna stick together on when it's time to get gangster, right?
Mm-hmm.
That would be a person that I wouldn't have a problem telling I'm scared. I wouldn't want to tell somebody something that don't know me because my background dictate like. You know that how I go.
Mm-hmm.
Like even if you hear me say stuff, even in conversation, it's me getting nervous that's gonna get you hurt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't really see that as a weakness. Being afraid, because being afraid would keep you alive.
Instinct.
Right, and it's like
one we shouldn't ignore.
I need to let you know what I'm afraid of, bro. So you can stay away from it. I don't really think that that's a weakness for me. That's something that we all need to agree that shouldn't be, you know what I mean? I think that love is something that, and that's something that I'm kind of more open about talking. Like, if I'm in love, I'll be like, I'll probably be like, man, y'all like in love. But I think that maybe that might come with age. But I also know what love is. So it's just like this good idea of what I think it is.
I always say love is a verb and not a noun. You know what I'm saying? It's action.
Facts.
It's something you got to do. You can't talk love. You got to do love.
I think that when people say that love is unconditional, I think that they don't understand love, because love is a business contract that comes with all conditions. I think that only being that you can love unconditional is God. That's it. Because look, if I love you unconditionally and the conditions change, right?
I wouldn't say I feel like love is special when it becomes unconditional, when it's very rare.
I'm just talking about, I'm not talking about love, I'm talking about unconditional.
Unconditional love is something you will rarely get. I think it's easy. You'll get it from maybe your parents.
Your mother, your father can give you unconditional love.
That's it. And if you're very lucky, you'll get it from the other sex. But that's rare.
What you mean?
Because
I think that
because I know women and I know men that have been in relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like, why she ain't leave that nigga yet? She love that nigga unconditionally. I done seen it with my eyes.
I done
seen it with my eyes. I feel like to a certain point, my girl to be with me, she got to love me unconditionally because I be on some shit.
I think that okay, listen.
Easy loving some people.
A lot of times,
and I'm one of them.
A lot of times we hear women say that that they leave the relationship because they got bored, right?
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time, when a woman is leaving a boring relationship,
that nigga wasn't cheating enough.
Because I
want to chase you around and make sure people still want you.
I'm trying to tell you, so it's like a gift and a curse, though.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? Because like the dude that they consider boring, that's the knight in shining armor.
That's the guy who's boring. I feel like once women feel like they just don't want to be they don't want to be.
So in all actuality, to have a happy relationship, you have to be hard-headed and
you got to kick up some type of dust.
Hey, you got to kick up some. You got to make it look like it. You know what I mean? Listen, brothers. You got a girl, you love her to death. You're never ever thinking about cheating on her or nothing. Now and then, go to a late night movie by yourself. Go to somewhere, come in the house 2, 3 in the morning, so it can just at least put the idea in her head a little bit. And then you can sleep well because you know you ain't do nothing.
Right.
So everybody wins.
Everybody wins.
You feel what I'm saying?
Somebody wake up to some eggs in the border. Like,
you feel me?
Something changed.
It's like, where you was at?
But I don't know. You know what I feel like? I feel like in every relationship, somebody cheat.
I think that...
That's the way I feel. So I feel like it better be me. I mean, you know, I don't want to say that because
How
you
old
don't do
you?
nothing.
Because I don't do nothing. I'm just, I get quiet.
I'm not going to say she doing something. If there is something.
It's like, though, but do you feel like...
And I know what the women going to say. Oh, he's hurt. He's scorned. Yeah, whatever.
Are you?
Nah. I ain't hurt by what? Life? I ain't scorned.
You just a whore.
A realist. I see life for reality and not what I want it to be.
Man, that's dope. Do you think you ever want to
be monogamous? I think if I had kids, I could see myself slowing down and concentrating more on my children than fucking. But right now, I'm dragging hoes.
And they loving you.
I ain't having no problems having sex.
And you got a main girl.
Love me to death.
That loves you.
To death.
But she don't know about these podcasts.
Oh, we had conversations about them.
She watching them? Are you just open with your girl?
Yeah, I am.
I believe that I believe that...
But we've been together the last 10.
Nah, so but I might make a joke or something, right? But I could tell you this, though. Honesty is the best policy. And a lot of times, men don't tell the truth, not because the woman can't handle it, it's because the man don't have the balls to just come clean.
The question,
because you know what? A woman will come clean.
No, she won't.
She'll come
take
clean.
That shit to the grave.
She in an argument?
No, she's not. A woman going to
take
it to the grave.
You're not lying about that.
She's going to take it to the grave. You can catch a woman. She gonna lie,
And
and
you'll
lie.
say, yeah,
The dick jumped in my mouth. That's a pause. That's how that shit gonna go. You know what I'm saying? I caught it. Ain't nobody had to catch it.
Woo!
They gonna lie,
He
lie.
caught it.
Yeah, pause. You heard it.
Nobody else ain't have to catch it.
But anyways, but to my original point, I forgot what I was saying. You always fucking me with that shit.
I'm just saying.
But my original point was, what you saying? You just got to be able to stand on who you are, man.
Nah, you know something. I think that entering into a relationship, first of all, I think a relationship is kind of overrated. How we think about it. I think a relationship is like business, right? And in order to have a good relationship, what you have to supply a demand, and the other person has to supply a demand as being partners, right? So everything that as long as you're living up to your end of the agreement and I'm living up to my end of the agreement, we have a good relationship or business is good. It's when one person is doing more than the other one, and is if I gotta come to work and do my job and your job, it can work a few days, but this can become the norm.
Okay,
you feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And vice versa. It has, you can have your weak days and your weak points, periods in time, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this can't be what it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not getting paid to do your job. And so I look at like a relationship is like business. You know what I'm saying? And a good business is a healthy relationship. I mean, far as the treatment of both parties being able to do what they are contracted to do.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So
I feel like also, and just like a good business, and every business has to have a leader, but sometimes you got to know when you should be leading and when you should be stepping back.
Is there ever a time in a relationship that the woman should feel like she's the leader?
Yes. When? Absolutely.
Give me an example.
In fields that she's stronger at.
For example.
So if my girl's a mathematician, when it comes to us doing our taxes, she should lead that outfit. If my girl dressed better than me, when it's time to pick the outfits, she should lead that outfit. If my girl's a better saver than me, she should hold on to the money. As a leader, you don't try to do all the jobs. Hold on. As a leader, you don't try to do all the jobs. You delegate who's best at the job.
The person who delegates is the leader,
right?
Not the person who's always performing. So, like when you say you gonna be the one to do the taxes, yeah, she's the one that's
she's
doing
leading that.
No. You're leading because you gave her that position.
No, that means she don't got to come back to you and ask you and talk to you about nothing. She's leading that. So then when it comes to that field, she says, I'm leading this.
I think that she takes a lead, but that doesn't make her the leader. I think that, listen, if you are the one delegating the position for that person, like
you're not the leader no more.
No, you're the leader because you're the one that makes you're the one that's making the call. Look,
see,
listen,
that's ego talking.
Nah, it's definitely not ego. Listen,
you got to take
part of being successful is knowing what you don't know and putting people in position to do the things that you don't know how to do. Because, for an example, I'm a movie producer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now, I may know how to use the camera, but I have to oversee the whole production, right?
Right. But then when it comes to the cameraman, his point of view, when it comes to the cameras, should reign supreme.
Nah,
because that's his field of expertise.
To a degree. Because
that's like the coach that wants
to a degree, because listen, I need you to shoot this shot. I need this angle. I need this, I need that. He's the one that's dedicated to do it because but he's still doing what I'm asking him to do. And if, for an example, what makes you the leader is because if it's not done, then we could never get anybody to feel One Up Entertainment Marco spot, so this is never going to happen. We locked in for life, right? But anybody else could get fired.
Right, and then you would put someone else in that position to lead that
and
position.
Because I'm putting that person, yeah, they're leading others, but they're not leading me. Like the woman leads the children. She don't lead the husband. Listen, I need this house clean, this, that, and the other. Right?
So then when like that's and then that's when you can become a bad leader to the point where you start to micromanage. So if let's say even if your woman is you say, all right, you're the leader of cleaning the house, and then you say, well, I don't like the way you washing them windows. You got to do them left to right, right to left. Am I in charge or ain't I?
Nah, but listen, I think the point being missed. The overall point is if I ask you to do something and you delegate other people to do it to get it done, it got done with you leading them, but I am the leader of the whole thing. If I say, I want these windows washed before I come home, right? And I come home, the windows are washed, but you got Sonny and Clara to wash the dishes. I mean, to wash the windows or whatever.
You got that job done.
She got the job done.
You should take the credit.
She was the leader.
You should take the credit.
But whoever hires you is the person who's considered.
Now, when it comes to leaders, that's like a good coach, right? So let's say I'm a coach, you're the defense coordinator, right? And this whole year, the defense has been winning us games, but you hired the defensive coordinator. A good leader would say, we really have to take our hat off to our defensive coordinator. He's going to give praise where it's necessary. Of course, you delegated, you made him
the person. But that don't make them the leader. That just make them...
He's the leader of the defense. And you're the head coach. You're the leader of the whole thing. And he's the leader of the defense. But you're not the leader of the defense. You're the leader of the whole team.
Well, I do agree that women have a strength over men in certain things, and men have a strength. But
I just feel like when it's like, even with the kid. Well, no, I ain't gonna say the kids because.
All right, cool. Tapping in. But before this show's over, we call this show Changing the Narrative, right?
Right.
How could the narrative change, if possible, at anything when it comes to the thesis of this conversation when we was talking about women being dressed in a manner. What was the question in the beginning? It was your question.
Should women change the way they dress when they're in a relationship?
Yeah.
I just feel like we should you got to find your people to the point where it is like you said. If you're gonna go deal with someone, know who you're dealing with, and you got to be okay with that. So it's almost like we want women to change instead of going to find the woman we want.
I can agree with that.
You know what I'm saying?
I believe.
No, there's a girl who wears a head wrap, but she's not as exciting. So
she could be.
No, she just might be. But with our untrained eyes, and our evil minds, we've been thinking wrong.
I think that when because I'm piggybacking on what you say, I completely agree. I think that that if you want a wife, you don't take a woman and make her become a wife. You go out and when the day you met her, you met a wife.
Right.
It's just over a course of time you realize that she's your wife.
She's for you.
But she's definitely was wife type material from the gate versus a woman that's not, for example.
And you're trying to do all this.
And you're trying to make her
your back.
Facts. You're trying to
some
make
people can do it. Because I think I can turn the hoe into a housewife.
It's a lot. It's a lot. But we tapping in with y'all. We gonna have different guests, but right now y'all locked in with us, the best guests of the DMV. You know what I'm saying?
Cool as I want to be.
And I'm World War Polo, and y'all just been entertained. We gonna be dropping a lot of heat and controversial conversations, and if there's any conversations that women need to ask,
men need to ask, leave it in the comments.
Please. We out here.
Cool. What's your
I'm Bull.
No. Yeah.
World War Polo.
My Instagram, Cool As I Want to Be. My YouTube is Cool Content. Check us out.
Bet that.